and welcome back to part 18 of Dragonstar VARNIR. We're at the end of the underground passageway, trying to get back that map back to our den. Hey, can you hear that? It sounds like there are voices coming from above. Yeah, we've come a long way. I think we're right beneath the Empire. That means we're near an exit, right? There's some light coming from over there, finally. Kirikaras, it's dangerous to run in there. What are we going to do with her? Come on, let's follow her. Ah! What the hell? Where did that wall come from? That's no wall, it's a dragon. I think she woke it up. Kirikaras really put it in a bad mood. I do wish it remained asleep. Hey, it was an accident. Maybe we can settle this diplomatically? I guess it's too late for that. This isn't good. If it starts to go crazy down here, the Empire will definitely notice. We have to put it down before that happens. Yeah, let's go, everyone. But what does the Empire have a bunch of dragons in their underground passageway? Anyway, and Gelmer isn't too bad of a boss fight. It's a two-layered boss once again, and it's weak to anything dark, so have like black hole or things like that if you have on you. I tend to keep dark magic on Charlotta, because I always feel like it's kind of counterintuitive to have dark magic on Zephy when Zephy's light focused. Like, it's not too bad if you have Kirikaras in your team, because Kirikaras is dark focused, so having her in your main team might be helpful here if you decide to keep her along. But Kirikaras I always feel is almost a weak link if you have her in the party. Like, I don't know, like every character, although every character is built to be able to work on any team, every character does have preferences and slightly different stats that show what works and what doesn't. And Kirikaras is just an odd one. Like, she's very tanky, but she's not really good with much else, at least I feel so. So I don't really like having her on the team, but her dark magic might make this fight a lot more manageable for you if you are struggling. I don't too bad, because it's like, well, I have Black Hole and 2 members of the party right now, so I can just lay the magical smack down to get some pain in now.
Sense the dragon.
And I wasn't paying attention to what dark oh, it's weak to, it is just straight up weak to Kirikaras as a whole, because it's weak to spear or pierce based weaponry as well. So just if you have Kirikaras along, you're gonna have a much easier time. But I don't, so I got to work without, and I'm not about to start grinding Kirikaras out because the time limit, you know, it's too late now. Maybe for post game, because the time limit finishes before we finish the game anyway. But even after that, I'll probably stick with the main team just for the rest of the adventure, since I've already gone this far with them. But maybe in post game, I will go out of my way to like grind up the B team just enough to show them off a bit more. Because I am still a little bit gutted that in hindsight I didn't show off Lapinette when I had the chance. When we visited the Sanctuary Cave, I should have swapped out the Kirikaras for Lapinette, since I knew I wasn't keeping Kirikaras for the main team anyway, just to show Lapinette off. And Charlotta hadn't joined at that point yet, so there was no waste not having the slot filled. So I could have at least shown them off, and then it'd only be Faria that I'd have to be showing off later on, because you know she joins in Chapter 7, so why on earth would you reasonably put her in your team when you're just wasting time? Unless, of course, you're going for the bad ending, in which case you probably don't care, so sure, grind away. This boss really isn't that bad. It's a lot easier than the previous boss that we fought, so don't worry about it too much. The Wilderness of Atonement was a bigger challenge with its boss fight than this is in this one. Especially because its most dangerous attacks are tied to the body piece, so as soon as you break that off, like, this thing can only do basic attacks, really. There's not much too special it can do to you to be much of a threat. But Power Assault is still working its magic. I don't keep it forever, but it's still an amazing tool because it's tied to your health, so the higher level you are, the more damage it's going to rip out. And its base power is also 500. So even if you don't have that higher health on Minesseros, or whoever you have it equipped on, it's still going to hit relatively hard, because 500 damage stat, it's stacked on like a vague multiplier with your base attack. And 500 is one of the highest you can get. There is a 4th tier of magic you can get only when you're on the other side of the time limit. Well, I say that, it starts appearing when you're on the other side of the time limit, where it's like 550 or sometimes like 610. But that's so late on, like you're literally at the last cusp before like the end of the game, that you need to start paying attention to these numbers now, and 500 is like the ultimate goal. The closer you can get to 500, the better. And if you have anything that is 500, equip it on someone. Make sure every member of your team has at least one 500 base attack, physical attack, and 100 base magic attack, And just as more of like, this should be obvious, but just on the off chance it isn't, if you run out of slot points, because you only have 20 slot points for each category, so you can't just like put all of your strongest attacks in one group, because otherwise it won't let you. Instead, prioritize having the elements tied to your character and skills better tied to your character being the ones that are higher damage. So like in Charlotta's case, every time you get a new fire spell, I make sure Charlotta is the first one to check it out, because Charlotta is fire focused. In the same way, every time you get a new light spell, I put it on Zephy, a new water spell Manessa, dark with Kirikaro, wind with Lapinette, and ground with Feria. Also, is at that obligatory point near the end of the fight where I throw on a few source-based stones to try and get some extra money or faction points out of it. I don't think I have any experienced ones to throw on it right now, so we just have to do without. Also, all the way through this, you're going to see me using these golden stones, but if you don't have any, don't worry and feel like you're going to be under budgeted. As I've mentioned before, the only reason why I'm prioritizing making sure money is gained quite plentifully is so I can keep on top of all the relationship stuff, just so I can show off everything on it within a reasonable time span. So I don't want it to be like the final dungeon is unlocked and then we're stopping there. I want everything to be cleaned up, so then when we go into the final stretch, we can just do the final stretch naturally and not have to keep on pausing. So I'm having to spend more time spending money doing it, where in your own time when you're first going through this, there's a good chance you'll probably only commit to one character. That being said, we've got a voiced cutscene, so I've got to leave us for a while.
This is what the Holy Empire looks like from the inside, huh? It feels very tense.
Tense? Really?
This is the headquarters of the greatest enemy of us witches. I think it's normal that she feels that way.
Yes, please continue chatting away while we're in the heart of enemy territory. Okay, so what's the plan?
We need to get the map back. We have no idea where it is, though.
Do you know where it might be?
I assume it's going to be sent to the Cardinal first before anyone actually uses it. All the items brought here are stored in the document room, and I think the Cardinal goes through them all as soon as he's able.
So we need to get to that room and take the map before anyone sees us.
Yeah, if we can get to the document room safely, I think that's a good plan.
Got it. Okay, show us the way.
I'm actually not too familiar with this area. I know where a few things are though, so... Okay, follow me.
All right! Getting this map is gonna be a cakewalk!
This is a very ornate hallway.
This hallway is for the Emperor. High-ranking clergymen can't even get in here. I've heard that the document room is just beyond this point. I don't think anyone's around, so this might just work.
That chair is so pompous. Does he just sit up there all day, acting all high and mighty?
There's a book on the armrest. He might still be around here.
Yeah. I wonder if the paper on the table there is part of his research. It seems to be written in ancient text. I think it has something to do with us witches.
Interesting. Maybe we should take it with us. The other book is... Huh?
Zephy? What is it?
I think I've seen this before. Did I see it when I was with the Knights? No. This had to be way before that. When I was still a kid. Hold on! Let me see it!
Hey, what gives?
Sorry, just... This is my mom's diary.
What? What's it doing here? The Empire probably took it when they were rummaging through your house.
Oh. Hey, can I see that? Zephy, are you sure this is your mom's? This is an ancient writing, and it was written by a witch. See?
Even if that's true, I know I've seen it before.
Maybe you're just remembering it wrong.
I definitely remember my mother holding this when I was a little kid. Sorry, let me see it again.
Sure.
there's something else here. And it doesn't look ancient.
Looks like there's some additional notes in the book.
Someone must have deciphered it. Let's read it.
And that's it. That's how we eloped and started a new life. Just the two of us. I gave birth to a beautiful boy who I love with all of my heart. I've never been so happy. And yet, I feel conflicted. I don't know if a witch is allowed to do all of this, because before all of that, I had already become aware of the true role of a witch. You're an older sister now, so I'm going to tell you something about witches. Us witches are...
Yep, Zephy had a witch mum.
What? This can't be. No!
Hey, what is it? You look pale. What does it say?
Impossible. This can't be right.
Zephy, are you okay?
Can I see it, Zephy? If what's written here is true, your reaction is totally normal. What did it say? It was about Zephy's parents. His mother. She was a witch.
What?
Seriously?
My mother was a witch? So the reason my powers were awakened after drinking the dragon blood... was this just destined to happen?
Who's there? What are you doing here?
Damn, we got caught.
Who are you?
It's Emperor Pharisaeus!
Oh no. Let's run for it before he calls the guards.
Wait, are you all witches?
Huh?
Oh, witches. You're all witches!
What? As soon as he saw the girls, he started acting so weird.
Witches. Witches. You damn witches. You have caused us so much agony. Oh, holy Varnir. Why do you give your good and faithful servant such trials of fire? Ah, this is so cruel!
What the hell? He's so weird.
It seems like he's gone mad, but...
I don't think he's in a right state of mind.
Maybe this is why he needed to see a doctor.
Oh, what is up with him? He's creepy!
Hey, stop laughing. Someone might come.
Aw, it looks like it's too late for that.
Your Majesty, what's wrong?
Cardinal, look, it is our...
Emperor Pharisaeus, what is going on? Please, calm yourself.
Damn it! Cardinal Seirut is here!
Where's the doctor? You there. Hurry and go get a doctor.
Oh, could he be talking to us?
Charlotta, not another word. He doesn't know who we are.
Perfect. Let's play it cool and make a run for it.
Wait, is he holding the map?
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's grab the map and then make a break for it.
Hey! What are you doing?
Give me that!
Great plan, Kirikaru.
You're
Worked
all
like a
dressed
treat.
I see. So, you snuck in here trying to get the map.
That's right. And if you won't hand it over, we're just going to take it from you.
You're the one. From the Knights of Requiem.
Cardinal Seirut, what's going on?
Oh crap! What do we do?
Why are you interrupting? Leave, immediately.
But I can hear Emperor Pharisaeus. He's screaming.
Did you not hear me? Leave!
Yes, sir. Pardon me.
Why did he make them leave? What's he doing?
I don't plan on fighting you. Hurry off.
Cardinal Seyrud? I don't understand.
However, I must maintain order within the Empire. Rumors of witches getting into the Holy Empire must remain hidden. Take the back exit. I'm certain you'll be able to escape unseen, if you move quickly.
You're letting us go?
There's no way someone from the Empire would just let us go like this. What are you plotting?
Knight Zephy, yes? I will return the map to you.
What? What's going on? Why isn't he turning us over to the Knights? This is crazy.
This map leads to the witch's den, correct?
What are you trying to pull?
We don't need it anymore. I don't believe the witch hunts will continue any longer.
Hey, what do you mean?
Witches! Oh, witches! Lend us your guidance!
Now go. I can't bear to see the Emperor like this anymore. Hurry and leave.
But...
Zephy, let's go. We can't stay here.
Okay.
I heard the Emperor fainted! Let's hurry!
There are reports of infiltrators! Guard the hallway!
With the guards gathered in the hallway, it seems like the entrance is pretty empty. I don't think it'll be hard to get out of here.
It's still strange. The fact that he let us go.
I agree.
Let's just think about it later. We need to focus on getting out of here.
I love that Kirikaras' plan was just take it and book it. We'd rather getting caught, so we still need to watch ourselves out here. Zephy, lead the way. You know this place. Make sure we don't get caught. I'm on it. Let's head out through the back. Ah! Now what? A dragon! It's a dragon! What? No, that's horrible timing. It's nearby! Crap! I have to do something. I won't let you. Hey, don't do that. People will see you. What are you going to do if we get caught? I can't just abandon them. They're in danger. Once a night, always a night, huh? That's not a bad quality, I guess. I was thinking the same thing. Oh, what are we going to do? I don't think it's going back to the forest. It's hurt and it's angry. At this rate, the town will... Mother, I'm so afraid. Damn it. I'll deal with you. Bring it on. Kirikaro, sorry for dragging you into this. I appreciate the help. What are we going to do with you? Let's hurry up and take this thing out before the Knights show up. Okay. Water, fire. I wish this game had more budget. Done already? It's running away, is it? It must be afraid. It ran out of the town. We'll be good for now. We need to get out of here before the dust settles and we get noticed. Wait for me, Lapo! A normal dragon would never run for it when the situation is tough. They would just go on their instincts and go for the prize. Do you think it's... intelligent? Is it safe for us to come all the way out here? There isn't anyone chasing us. I do believe we got away. Look, the dragon from earlier is going into the forest. If it lives in the forest, why is it attacking the town? It couldn't be because it was looking for food, right? Things have changed. There isn't enough for it to eat in the forest. What do you mean by that? In older times, there were a lot less dragons since they would be hunted. There were a lot more witches too. Since there really weren't that many dragons around competing for food, they never needed to hunt. But it's different now. A massive amount of witches died during the Carnival of Death. Less witches mean less people hunting dragons. The equilibrium of the forest is broken. And so, the increasing dragon population has outgrown the food supply, right? I knew we were in a bad state, but I didn't think they'd attack the villages. If only there was a way to stop this problem from getting worse. The equilibrium of the forest, huh? I never thought about it, but at this rate it's dangerous for the townspeople. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Wait, the place the dragon went to? Wasn't it by the entrance to the hidden passageway? What about... Crap, the doctor! He's still tied up, let's hurry. Someone help me. We just made it. Ah, please, save me. I know this guy doesn't have very good luck, but I think we might be blamed for this. Let's go. Give me food. Ugh. No, wait! What? We can't kill that dragon. Keep it alive. It's not as smart as the dragon in the temple, but it spoke. You want to keep it because it's intelligent? Yeah, not only that, it understood the situation it was in before and was smart enough to flee from danger. It's way smarter than the other dragons. See, it knows that if it messes with the doctor, we'll be upset. It's assessing the situation. Maybe that's why it attacked earlier. It was smart enough to know where lots of humans it could eat in town. What? So there's a chance it will continue the attack. Isn't this more of a reason to go defeat it? Yeah, even if it possesses intelligence, we can just consume the meat after we kill it. No, that's not what it's about. I'm going to be honest, that dragon could possibly become the Dragon Star. What? Wait, how is it different than the dragons in the temples? Those had intelligence too, right? Those are the dragons that couldn't become Dragon Stars. I kept them alive so I can feed their meat to other potential candidates. But this is my first time seeing this dragon. We should see if it's a possible candidate. That's why I'm suggesting we keep it alive. If a Dragon Star is already born, then none of us will have to sacrifice ourselves. Isn't that the best possible situation we could hope for? Yeah, it is, but... So you're saying we have to sit there and let it eat the doctor? Well, what are you guys talking about? Hurry and save me, please! No, are you planning to sacrifice me? Wait a minute, Charlotta! What do you mean someone has to sacrifice themselves? What are you talking about? Feria, that's right. You can now fight as an older sister. Feria could be a potential Dragon Star and sacrifice herself now. Think about it. Is it really what you want to do? Shouldn't we try and find an outcome where nobody has to die? What? Charlotta has been training Feria this whole time, thinking she could become the next Dragon Star. Yeah, I'd rather not die. I'd rather lift a curse on myself in a heartbeat. Right? But if we abandon this guy now, all we're doing is showing people that witches only bring chaos into the world. She has a point there. That's not something we want. Witches aren't beings that take innocent lives. I can't let the man die. Not only for him, but I can not live with a clear conscience. I can't leave him here to die. I honestly don't know what's going on, but I don't want to abandon him either. Do you agree, Zephy? Yes, I do. Ugh, well, aren't you all the nicest people ever? His death wouldn't be in vain. It would be for the greater good. I know it's scary, the idea of sacrificing yourself, but it's even scarier having someone else's life hang in the balance. I won't be able to sleep at night if I let him be a sacrifice. I would regret it for the rest of my life. Fine, do what you want. Yeah, I'm gonna live a guilt-free life too. Here, I'm taking off the rope. We'll take care of the dragon, so make a run for it. We can fight the dragon now. If you get in my way, you will pay. Everyone, watch out, it's coming. Oh, it's just a bloody great horn. We fought like a dozen of those things in the underground. So that's great. To be fair, it's got a higher health than the one you'd find normally in the dungeon, but it's still a bit like, oh, for look at this sake, come on. And I don't think it will let you devour it, which I guess is the other point. But it is just a normal enemy, just with beefed up stats.
Dragon inside me.
So it's still going to see me do like things like attack crush and whatnot. The rearrangement of everyone's skill list continues to go on, like even like far. Like I finally recorded past the end of the time limit, so I can safely say that this run that we're recording through is the run that I beat the time limit. Like, there was no major mistakes, there was no big issues that stopped me from reaching the end. I got there comfortably, with only the last stretch of the time limit being a little stressful, as you'll see when we get there. But we did alright. Well, I say that, recording this did alright, and if you're following along, you should be fine too. By a healthy stretch as well. Enough of a healthy stretch that I could have explored out that second floor of the underground, but I just wasn't sure at that point whether it was worth the risk, so I just didn't do it. But we will be coming back for it before we go into endgame. Once we get on the other side of the time limit, as I've mentioned a few times now, once we get on the other side of the time limit, the very first video we're doing on the other side of it is clean up on everything we've missed. And then we'll be pressing on with the main plot to wrap up the main adventure, and then post-game and etc, etc. This game is going to be shorter than the other JRPGs I've covered on this channel, significantly, but it's still a decent length, and I'm having a blast with it. Especially recording it. Like, I forget how fun the later half of this game gets. Like, I really forgot until I get into it. Like, as soon as you're on the other side of the next dungeon, it's pretty damn, like, insanely fun. And I know that's just my bias kicking in, because I love the whole of this game, but it ascends from just a really fun game to an absolutely magnificent one, in my opinion. But this guy's nearly dead. Surprised that didn't kill it. Go on, Charlotta, finish the job for us. I don't even go for the Devour, wow. I would have thought I would have at least gone for that. See if I can just give it to someone on the final hit. Not that it matters, everyone's up to level 45 or other inferior. Phew, who would have thought it would be this tough? The more intelligent dragons have a fighting style that's very refined too. It makes it harder to fight them. I'm glad we didn't battle near the city. It could have been really bad. The guy was able to escape. It seems that was a relief. A relief? He would call the guards, and you might tell them we were the ones that led the dragon here. What? That is possible. There isn't anything we can do about that. It is kind of our fault that man was in danger. I feel bad about it. Sorry, Zephy, for tying up that doctor. Why are you apologizing to me? Well, you're half human. I'm sure it was unpleasant to see another human being treated that way. The first human I ever saw was a knight who was hunting and killing witches. I hated humans. Their lives didn't matter to me. That's how it's always been. But to see you worry about others the way you do, to want to save them from that dragon just now, I realised something. Humans, witches, we're all the same. We're all living on the planet together. We all have value, each one of us. Kirikara, I'll understand if you can't forgive me right now, but I just want to say this to you out of respect for who you are. Living the witches may come to a similar realization. They're just out here trying to live their lives too. Kirikara is trying to understand. Thank you, Kirikara. Ah, of course. Wow, you two are best friends now, huh? You won't be telling everyone to kill him anymore, I gather. I'll miss that. Hey, I didn't say it that much. Are you sure? Do you want me to check the counter? You idiot. Okay, take it easy. Let's go home. Yeah, I want to take a bath when we get home. It's been so muggy out here, and we're covered in mud and sweat. Tell me about it. Charlotte is finally settling in. Yeah, it's not so bad when you get used to it, aside from a certain noisy individual. Hey, hold up! That voice sounds familiar. I've been looking for you, all of you. I'm glad I found you. What's up? Do you have some new information for us? No, a message for the lady in red here. Me? I'll wait for you in the depths of the forest. They said you knew what that means. I see. I'm sorry, I need to take care of this. You'll go on ahead. I'll catch up. Sure, be careful. And she just goes? No one's gonna fucking follow her? Excuse me? She's part of the... You were just saying about how she's part of the group. Huh? You ain't going with her? What? I assume she was part of the team now. I guess not, huh? Yeah, thank you, Informant Don. Hey, I don't care either way. It's none of my business. I'm gonna head out. See, like, he knows. It's like, why'd you just let her go? Hey, should we have gone with her? Well... She walked off and none of us really did anything about it. Charlotta might be used to being on her own, but maybe it was stupid for us to let us do that. She looked kind of fierce when she left. Yeah, that concerns me. I don't know if she would have looked like that if the message was from a friend. Who'd be sending a message to Charlotta anyway? I'm worried. What if she's in danger? Should we go after her? What? You know, this would be a good chance to try and learn more about her too. Good point. She can't be too far yet. Right, let's go. We still have some time before nightfall. We need to hurry! Go! Thank you for your guidance, Miss Raven. Okay, I'm here, so where are you? You're late. I was getting tired of waiting. Why did you call me here? This seems like a pretty silly place to settle our differences. Don't be so angry. We can save the fun for later. I called you out here to warn you. I see. The Ravens have it tough right now, don't they? And you're just killing time out here, Ruby Eye. You knew I was the leader, didn't you? Your pet looked familiar. You probably should have waited until I wasn't around anymore to start using that bird as a messenger for the Ravens. Well, she noticed, huh? I should have known better than to start yapping like a raven. You're so annoying. Go on, head back. Fine. Well, since you already know, this will be quick. You told one of my underlings something you shouldn't have. Why don't you just stop while you're ahead? Something I shouldn't have? Oh, the fact that you're depressed because your only friend is a stupid bird. Stop messing with me. You know what I'm talking about. You made them start to question whether or not I'm a witch. They're doubting me now, even though their mindless brutes only good for fighting. They're not all that stupid. If they find out I'm a witch, they're going to turn on me. What, are you scared or something? Some hotshot leader you are, terrified of the little minions you boss around. I'm not afraid of them, you fool. My research isn't complete. I can't walk away from it before it's time. Research? Idiots, think about it. What would those adults do if they realize they've been tricked? They're going to start going after every witch that's left. I won't be the only target. They'll think we're friends. When that happens, you won't be able to just walk around freely anymore. I mean, if you're fine with that, then whatever. That said, if you'd like your freedom, heed my warning and keep your mouth shut. You'd kill them all before they had a chance to fight back. It'd just be like last time, and don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. If you care about your little sisters at all, you better watch your mouth. Little sisters? I don't have any. Was that right? You've been spending so much time at that den, I assumed you'd have a little sister or two by now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I met some young witches very recently. They were visiting their friend's grave. Very sweet. One of them is a little mouthy, but I must say her personality was interesting. There was a very responsible one who was trying very hard to seem mature. It was rather adorable. Another was a happy-go-lucky girl I just wanted to hug. It's been quite a while since I've talked to such angelic witches. Don't tell me, you. I wonder how they're doing. My, what is it? You look like you went pale. Well, I think that'll shut her up for a little while. Charlotta, is that you? What are you? Huh? Who is this? I've seen her before. The Forest of Judgment. That's where we met you, isn't it? You're with the Ravens. Ravens? The Forest of Judgment? Wait! What are you doing? Don't waste your time with these witches. Oh. Ruby Eye! We're done here. Let's move. We have work to do. You got it! Alright, bastards, move out! Yes, sir. Yeah, you're that lady from back then. No, I've seen her before. Huh? Minessa? What is it? Minessa? Why didn't I notice before? But no, that can't be. Ah! Hey, calm down, Minessa. Are you okay? Minessa? What's going on? Minessa, what's happening? Her reaction, it's the same as whenever she sees fire. Minessa, calm yourself. There aren't any fires around. You're okay. What? How rude. One look at my face and she starts to go mad. Hey, you idiot! You and your stupid ravens better not have done anything to hurt Minessa. Oh, you remembered? I don't believe that friend of yours remembers that about me, though. What do you mean? Well, fine. I suppose I'll enlighten you. I am the Witch of Hellfire. What? I figured that would jog your memory. My name is Bendika, and I am the only Witch of Hellfire. What? Charlotta was lying? No shit! She was trying to lure her out. Is it really true? You really heard the Witch of Hellfire? Wait, are you even a witch? You look, you've been alive way too long to be one. Yeah, I've never met a witch who has lived as long as you have. Jundal called you Ruby Eye. We heard. Why are you lying to us? What are you planning? No, she's not lying. That's her. The real Witch of Hellfire. It's not Charlotta, it's her. Minessa, calm down. You'll hurt yourself. Let me go, Lapinette. Still there. Came into my mind. The screaming, the fires. It's her. She's the witch behind the massacre. Minessa! Oh, a survivor. Amazing. I'm kind of happy that you remember me. What the hell? Ever since that day, Minessa still suffers in her dreams. Yeah, Minessa's got PTSD from fire. That's right. You have no right to do that. You burned and killed so many of us. Are you upset? Would you like to exact your revenge? Is that it? I don't think you'll be able to fight me, especially one of your friends doesn't seem to be doing so well. Oh, look at her eyes. The Witch of Hellfire supposedly burned 100 witches that night. If that woman is really the Witch of Hellfire, then it's dangerous to fight her while protecting Minessa. Minessa's gonna go mad if she's not protected right now. Bendika, right? Where's Charlotta? Oh, if you're calling me by name, does that mean you believed my story? That's right, we were talking about that fake who claimed to be the witch. Unfortunately, I couldn't care less. Don't tell me you think she's one of you now. Yeah, that's right. If you hurt her, you won't get away with it. What's so funny? This whole situation, how can you say that despite knowing her true nature? What do you mean by that? Oh, you don't know? You're all her pawns. Think about it, she deceived you. She's a crook. She even calls herself by a name that isn't hers. She's no witch of hellfire. But who knows what other secrets she keeps from you all? You don't know her. To believe someone like her doesn't make you good people. It makes you a bunch of fools. Well, oh, what is it? Are you finally realizing your own stupidity? You're taking a big talk about friendship when you know you're going to cut her out at the end of the day. Oh, it's so funny. My stomach's hurting from laughing so much. Shut up! You're full of it! Hey, if you have time to tell me that, you might as well tell Charlotta too. I'm glad she left, although she did seem to know more about Charlotta than we do. As upsetting as that would, we had nothing to say. We really don't know anything about Charlotta. Not that I'm going to stop believing in that woman, but why would Charlotta lie about being the Witch of Hellfire? She lied about what we were doing at the temple too. As we travelled together, although she was suspicious, I never thought Charlotta to be a bad witch. I feel the same, but is there more to it? Manessa's eyes, guys, she's going crazy, she needs help. Manessa, hey, are you okay? Hey? Manessa, are you alright? Huh? Yes, I'm fine. Where did the Witch of Hellfire go? She left, don't worry. She was in a daze. I see, sorry, I lost it for a second. No, don't be, you're okay. Zephy. Manessa's very tired. We need to hurry back to the den and rest. We'll have to stop looking for Charlotta at the time being. What? But will she be okay? According to the way Bendika spoke, I think Charlotta is safe. Yeah, maybe she went back to the den. In any case, I'm going to make her tell us why she's been lying this whole time. Okay, Manessa, let's go back to the den now. Okay. Manessa had like a full-on mental shutdown. I'm back. Oh, seems like Charlotta's not here. I thought she was heading here ahead of us. How are you feeling, Manessa? You should just rest. I'm feeling a lot better. Sorry for worrying you all. I'm worried about Charlotta, but I can't stop thinking about what we found at the Empire. That diary. God, my room's getting a lot hotter. What was written on that note? Was it true that my mother was a witch? What's up, Zephy? You look like the world is going to end. Oh, well, no, I'm okay. That diary. You're thinking about what your mother's diary said, aren't you? Yeah, I still feel like I'm in disbelief about my mother being a witch. But it would make sense. Me getting these powers is because I inherited the blood of a witch. You said you never heard of anyone turning into a witch just by drinking dragon's blood, right, Kirikaro? That's right. Well, just so you know, we didn't turn you into a witch just by giving it to you. It turns out you were a witch all along. Does it hurt to know we're the same? Kirikaro, you don't have to say it like that. No, that's not what I'm getting at. It's so ironic. What do you mean by that? The reason I hated witches so much wasn't because of the Empire's dogma, or even because of Kobaria's influence on me. It was a personal grudge. Why did you have a grudge? I think I told Manessa before, but my parents are no longer with us in this world. Right, you mentioned that they were murdered. Yes, and that that's what drove me to become a Knight of Requiem. My parents were eaten alive by a dragon. Not unlike Manessa, I still dream about that terrible day that I had, when the ones closest to me were killed. My father was eaten alive by a dragon. I couldn't do a damn thing about it, and it's still in my head all the time. In that moment, I was desperately trying to find out where my mother went. I asked my father before he could tell me. Run, Zephy! No, I can't leave you here, father. I need you to survive, Zephy. I don't care what happens to me right now. But where's mother? Zephy, listen, your mother... Father! Stop it! Go away, you dummy! Let go of him! Ah! The dragon ate him! Help! Someone! Please save my father! Someone help me! Father seemed to want to tell me something important. That's why I thought maybe my mother had already been eaten. But reality was even more cruel, more hopeless than that. My mother was never anyone's prey. She became the predator. My mother became the dragon that killed my father. I never knew the truth, so I carried this hatred for the witches who gave birth to these terrible beasts. I hated them so much. I hated and kept hating until I decided to do something. I joined the Knights to end the life of every witch I could. Zephy, I'm so sorry about your parents. Can't imagine the pain you're going through. I'm really sorry for your loss, Zephy. Zephy? It's okay. I just appreciate you all for hearing me out. I don't know if I ever would have found out the truth if I hadn't met you all. Oh, Zephy, I think there's something else in the diary. Hmm? Oh, you're right. Is this a portrait? It's my mother and father. It looks like it was before I was born. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty old. I like the way they're smiling. Yeah, they seem really happy. Yeah, they do. Despite everything that happened, isn't it good to know they were happy? It ended in tragedy, but they really do seem like they were happy. They knew the risks and they chose to love each other anyway. I need to follow their lead and choose the path I believe in. That's what they would do. That's the spirit they've passed down to me. Choosing the love even if you know it will end poorly. There's no use, I can't read any more of this. I thought the book was the ancient text. It might have belonged to my father, but how am I supposed to find out anything about this now? Oh, look at the time. Is Charlotta back yet? You know, the person you're supposed to be dating. Well, trying to get to date. Oh, Zephy, you're still up? I am. So is Charlotta still not back? Yeah, she's not back yet. I hope she isn't in danger. Don't worry, she wouldn't let herself die so easily. Also, I still have a lot of doubts about her. She better not die without giving me some answers. You have a point. Zephy, you should get some rest. You're still trying to read that book, you know. No matter how long you stare at it, it won't suddenly translate itself for you. I know, but I'm just so curious. You know, when I was looking at this earlier, there was a page that caught my eye. See, this one here. Is it an illustration of a human body? Judging from the drawing, I assume it's some kind of study on maybe the ecology between witches and humans. It's like a monograph. So it's like a medical book. Yes, I believe so. If that's the case, it has to be my father's as a doctor. I'm sure he would have been interested in the relationship between humans and witches. He really was a good doctor. I'd always get all the scraps off from playing outside, and he would always tend to my wounds with such care. Why are you smiling? It's kind of creepy. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I was doing that. I think I might have a nice dream tonight for once. One where I can see my father and mother happy and in love. Chapter 9. Fate. Good morning. Charlotte's still not home. Seems like Manessa and the girls were getting ready to leave, but I don't think we'll be heading out today. Oh, I forgot I left this book on the table. Oh, there you are, Brother Zephy. Why didn't you tell us you came back? I'm sorry, I thought you were all sleeping when I got back yesterday, and I didn't want to wake you. We were pretty tired. We fell asleep right after we got home. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you, and thanks for watching over the den while we were out. But I know things might have been kind of a mess before we left. Sorry you wore yourselves out cleaning it all up. No, it's not that. We just spent the whole day studying really hard. You studied? What were you studying? Well, let Monet tell you. Don't just stand there, come with us. So, what were you studying? Prepare to be amazed, okay? We started to study the ancient text. Look, this is how much we were able to understand. The papers were translated on the table. They were trying to read them. That's amazing! Yeah, it was so fun that we started being able to understand what they were reading. I guess it doesn't mean anything to you since you're dumb and can't read. Wow, seeing the girl so full of energy and optimism, it gives me hope. I need to work hard too. You know, I'm curious. I feel like I've seen your book somewhere. I think I've seen it before too. Oh, this? I don't know much about it, other than it was written by my father. Your father? Monet is curious. May I see it? Sure, go ahead. Thanks, Zephy. I knew it! It's the same book as the burnt one on our bookshelf. A burnt book? Let's see here. Here it is. Hey, I've seen this before. I had no idea what it said, though. Wow, look. They're identical. Yeah, maybe that's why it made me feel so nostalgic. I bet I've seen this when I was little. But this one is written in ancient text. That's true. I wonder why one of them is written in ancient text. Hey, Zephy, can we borrow this book? We want to study more ancient text. Yeah, feel free, but I ask you that you be careful with it, okay? It belonged to my parents. Oh, really? Well, it's not like you can read it anyway. You better off letting us do the hard work. Yes, leave it to us. Alright, I'll leave it to you. Thanks, Zephy. We'll take good care of it. I can't imagine they'll find anything that interests them in here, but I figure it's good practice for their studies. I mean, I can't even read the thing. I hope they find something good. Well, rather than continue on the temple, I think it's best to focus on finding Charlotta. Yeah, we need to find her and the location of the temple anyway. We better get started. Let's try and figure out. Oh no, everyone! What's going on? Charlotta, she came back! Well, I mean, she came back to the backyard. Huh? What do you mean? She came rushing up to me with a very serious look on her face. She asked me if we were all safe. Then what? I told her we were, and she seemed relieved. She started to talk about flowers and how she wanted some. Flowers? So she took some from the backyard? Yeah, she said she wanted them for graves. She took off as soon as I gave her the flowers. I don't understand. Were the ones over there worried sick for her safety? Why would she do that? I know, it doesn't make any sense. What the hell is she doing? She should at least let us know what's going. Wait! Is she hiding something? Do you think she might not come back? It's hard to say. If she was going to put flowers at the graves, we might be able to catch her over at the graveyard. No, Charlotta said she was going to the Forest of Death. What? Why would she go to such a dangerous place? Is the Forest of Death that dangerous? Well, it's called the Forest of fucking Death, Zephy. Yes, it is filled with very strong dragons. None of us ever go near it. It's hard to believe there's a grave there. We should hurry and go after her. It's reckless of her to go alone. What's Charlotta trying to do? She's not suspicious. I'm really worried about Charlotta. I know we have a lot of questions, but bringing her back safely should be our priority. It's clear she's hiding something. I just don't want to believe she'd betray us. Yeah, we have a nice long chat with her after all this when we bring her back to the den. Alright, let's go get her now. The Forest of Death is opened. Venturing out now will get an extra scene, so do so. Here we are, the Forest of Death. I can hear the dragon roaring from here. Damn it, Charlotta, why did you have to come here? It seems way too dangerous to be there alone. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. Let's just hurry and go get her. What's with all the racket? Hey, where the hell have you been? What happened? Were you lonely without me? Just had to come rescue little old me? You're a real piece of work. What did you call me? We're worried about you enough to come save you, and that's all you have audacity to tell me? You're so annoying. You completely underestimate what I'm capable of, and you need to learn to mind your own business. Let's talk about this later. The dragons will follow our scent if we stay here long enough. We need to go back to the den now. Nope, not going. I have business here. Is this business a visit to a grave? It's hard to believe there's one here, but if that's where you're going, I would like to come too. Yeah, let's all go together. It's dangerous to go alone. This does not concern you. No, it does. You're with us now. Whatever you're trying to hide from us, you really don't have to anymore. We're coming with you. That's okay, right? It's a lot more dangerous than you can imagine. Are you sure you want to come? Yes, we're certain. Wondering if you might die out here won't help me sleep at night, you know. Yeah, and there's still so much I want to learn from you. Fine, I won't try to stop you. But if you get in my way or slow me down, I will not think twice about leaving you behind. How many times do we have to tell you to stop running off? She seems a lot colder than usual. Is this something really personal for her? Maybe we've upset her. I don't think you noticed her smile. I think she might actually appreciate us being concerned about her. You think so? That's a good sign. Okay, well, we need to follow her. Let's go. The Forest of Death seems to hold some great significance to Charlotta, to which we'll be visiting to another time. Let's head back next time on Dragonstar VARNIR. We'll do a few more things around the den, but until then, you take care now.